Good morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever's going on for you right now. Today we're going to be looking at, yes, you already read the title of the video, but the 11061s by Klein, otherwise known as their self-adjusting strippers. These eliminate the need for you to constantly be looking through the numbers with your manual pair. Now, of course, if you're anybody worth their salt, these should be no problem, and as you get used to your tool, it will become second nature to just know second, third, fourth down, first down from the top or bottom, and you will never use this to completely replace this. I want to make that very, very clear. There are some people that are way more efficient with this and way more people that are efficient with this. That being said, zoom in action, because that's my favorite part about these things. They look like little eyebrows. Anyways, so simply put, all you have to do is grab your piece of wire, whatever that might be. This is 18 stranded. Put it right up to the depth gauge, wherever it might be. As you squeeze, you will see that the eyebrows come down to put tension onto the wire. Your blade over here starts to cut, and that's all there is to it. If I keep squeezing, which I'm still squeezing, you'll see on one side you have your insulation, on the other side you have your wire with the complete strip. That's awesome. Now I will say I have had these for a while, but I have not needed to tighten or change the tension on these jaws. They just came really well done, and they also come with cutters. So don't worry. If you happen to make a mistake, let's say you stripped out too much, simply give it a little bit of a snip right there. Nice clean cut. Beautiful. Now really quick, before I go through the quick sizes without having to do anything, there is a depth guide here. As you can see, you can throw it out of the way simply by loosening this screw. You can leave it down and out of the way, and that way if you needed to feed in, let's say, way more than you would actually need, or you were going to splice something right in the middle of the circuit, you could absolutely grab it. And what's cool is that when you grab and pull, it will strip right into the end. Now the reason it didn't grab is because I actually took this knob and I loosened it a little bit just to show you that if for whatever reason it's not grabbing it, you simply tighten down your left knob, which is going to give you more tension on those jaws, so that when you pull, it will strip nice and clean. Isn't that beautiful? So let's say you had to splice something into a circuit, you could go right in the middle, solder your joint in, and that'll be the end of it. Now let's give this a quick little snip. Nice and clean. And let's say for whatever reason in the universe, you needed to cut, I don't know, a bunch of outlet portions. Now, because of the depth guide, they actually tell you how much you need to cut in order to make a proper connection. See that little line right there? Beautiful. So you can score it with your nail or come up with your pliers, bring it right to that depth. So let's say you loosen this up, feed it to the depth that you need, and then you can lock that in. Once you lock that in, and again, I recommend very gently, not with super hard force, just enough to really give this a turn to where it's not going to turn on you or move. If you need to make 10 cuts at this specific depth, it's going to come out perfectly every single time. So if you needed to do that to 20 wires, 200 wires, you're going to get that same depth, that same exact measurement every time. And if you're somebody who's OCD, or you need to have the same cut exactly the same way over and over and over, that depth gauge is beautiful. If not, you could always put like some Loctite or some thread locker and just like, I don't know, you could even take out the screw and completely just leave it out of the way. Eventually people get so used to their tools that they don't even bother with like safety features. I'm looking at you, people that use angle grinders without the guards. And again, just like I say in all my videos, anything electrical is to be done by a professional, not by you. So if you do anything that has to do with improvement to your home or electrical or anything of the sort, and you get hurt or you make a mistake, I am not a teacher, nor am I licensed in any profession. I am a jackass of all trades, so anything I show is for the sheer sharing factor and entertainment factor, so that's on you. That being said, right here we got some 18, 14, and 12 shotgun round. So 18, no problem. 14, 14, 12, no problem. Now, if you don't wrench on this thing, you'll notice that depth guide will come loose eventually. But what I love is that it actually holds the other side of the insulation. So if you make a quick cut and you need to make that adjustment, as you let go, it's not going to launch your insulation across the room. My insulation just happened to fall kind of right behind the little depth guide, but I'd rather have it there than just become this over here. As you can see, this little mountain of just random little bits and parts. As an electrician, you should never, never, ever, ever leave just this pile of stuff all over the place. This insulation stuff is just a little piece. No, they add up. So get a little box, get a little tin can, get a little something, and even just the box of the stuff that you're installing. Use that, have a little garbage bin. One, it's professional. Two, it really shows your boss or your journeyman or whoever you're with that you're there to work and you're there to get stuff done professionally. Part of the code is to be professional and show workmanship. So what do you think? Would these actually be able to replace your daily use? Or are you going to stick to manual? Are you using a different brand? Irwin makes them, Milwaukee makes them. A lot of companies have these and they're all equally awesome. Some people are just more comfortable with one, or some people are maybe more comfortable with a better price tag. So I think these are awesome, and I think for roughly 40 bucks you can get them in a combo with the 3000 CR Klein strippers, or crimpers, sorry. And I think that's an awesome value, so that's what I did. So these with the crimper, I'd rather have two dedicated tools that do one thing really well versus some multi-tools that just get everything slightly okay. That's why the Gardner Bender strippers that I had that were crimpers, strippers, and cutters all in one went straight to the trash because they suck. So let me know what you think, or if you use something different. And until next time, work smart.